Tim Hortons is desperate to silence Rebel News, but we will not stop exposing them for being one of the biggest abusers of the foreign worker program. By now, many of you know that Rebel News has been trespassed across Canada for doing just that, letting you know that while Tim Hortons was telling you, hey, we're going to start hiring local, they were going behind your back and offering 90 different positions, some up to as high as $36 per hour to foreign workers. So did that mean local foreign workers? And for us, letting you, the people, know that what you already suspected anyways, Tim Hortons has called the police on us, has trespassed us, and is even threatening to sue us. And I'm told from a tipster that this location here in West Kelowna actually had a sign on the front door saying no Rebel News allowed. This is the state of Tim Hortons. I'm Drea Humphrey with Rebel News, bringing you some coverage on whether or not the people in this area think that Tim Hortons should be prioritizing jobs for Canadians and especially our youth. Tim Hortons recently told the people that they were hiring local and then quietly offered 90 jobs across Canada to foreign workers. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm not in favor of that. I'd like to see Canadian people have the chance. Young ones especially, they need it.
It's like everything's hard to pay for, so I think it should really be prioritized for Canadian citizens.
But you don't see any foreigners homeless.
There's not many.
No, so it all seems to be the Canadians are suffering from bringing in the foreign workers.
Looks like these people, hi, can we ask you a question? No, they drive off? Okay, they're going into the Tim Hortons line. Maybe they know. They're like, don't stop me from eating donuts. But, well, hi. Can I ask you a question? They're in good spirits. Maybe jobless, but still doing good. Now, one thing I want to point out is the whole, hey, we're hiring local, whatever that means, came out after Dunkin' Donuts announced that it's going to open hundreds of restaurants across Canada. The first one is expected to open in 2026. And when Foodtastic, a Canadian company that's partnered with Dunkin' Donuts to do this expansion, was asked whether or not they're worried about Tim Hortons, you know what the CEO of Foodtastic said? He said no, that he believes Tim Hortons has lost his way and that the young people do not relate with Tim Hortons anymore. I wonder why. And again, you know, this is not about foreigners. It's not at all. If policymakers, the people we elect into positions of powers, and bureaucrats are going to go ahead and give people a free ride, you better expect people to take it. And that's what needs to change. Those who are making it so that our Canadians, including our youth, come last instead of first. Sometimes people will stop if they're interested enough. Can I ask you a quick question?
What?
We're just asking Canadians if they think that Tim Hortons should be prioritizing jobs for Canadians a bit more.
No, I think us Punjabis deserve to be there.
You like the foreign workers? Oh, there you go. Every opinion. Let's see if there's anybody else. All right, Polly, we're here on the Forbidden Land. Now tell us what you saw on the door the other day at this Tim Hortons in West Kelowna.
Well, we saw this, paper, and we're like, that shouldn't be there. Everyone started talking about it, and we're like, oh, that doesn't make sense. What's going on? And then everybody's talking about it. And so, yeah, it was kind of shocking to see that.
And what did it say a little bit?
Well, I didn't read the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It
was long, I saw.
It was long. I'm like, I don't have time to read that whole thing. And
Now, my understanding is you are also aware of the sign that was up here, and you actually went in to ask about it. Tell us about that.
I was told by a few people about a sign that was in there stating that Rebel News and their associates are trespassed and police will be called and stuff like that. So I went in to see if I could personally see the sign, and it wasn't there. So I ended up talking to somebody in there, and they admitted that the sign was there last night at the end of their shift, but it was gone today, and acted like he had no idea what happened to the sign.
Hi. We're Just asking people, Tim Hortons was telling the public they were going to hire local, and yet they continue to be the biggest users of foreign worker programs. What is your thoughts on that? Do you think they should be prioritizing Canadians when it comes to jobs?
I think they should, Canadians first and then others after.
Not interested?
No comment.
Do you know anybody struggling to get a job that's Canadian?
Not personally, no.
Okay, you look pretty young. If you're comfortable telling me your age, let me know. And what do you think? Should Tim Hortons be prioritizing job hiring for Canadians?
I believe they do. Me personally, I've had a hard time finding a job for the past 3 months. Even when I first started getting a job at 16, 17, it was always very difficult. Like, I applied to, I think, Tim Hortons one time, and they didn't reply or anything. They're like, some of the customer service is really rude, but you know, I try my best anyways as a Canadian citizen.
I don't think they should be hiring the foreign workers.
They're actually the biggest user of the foreign worker program. Did you know that they're no longer a Canadian company too?
Yeah, I've known that for years.
Did you just come from Tim Hortons?
No, Wendy's.
Oh, from Wendy's. Okay.
Don't go to Tim Hortons.
No, how come?
Well, I just don't, it's not a very nice place to go anymore.
There we are. We're on the public area. You know, it's about bringing the news, covering the other side of the story that the mainstream media wouldn't dare to bring you. It's not about trying to get arrested. So we are law abiding. If you haven't already done so, you can go to our website called
Go to timsboycott.com today and sign and share our petition.
I'm a strong believer that what's happening here, as Tim Hortons desperately tries to shut us down instead of doing the right thing, the people are watching, but so are other businesses. They don't want Rebel News and the people looking at them next. So this could have sweeping effects. So take action at
timsboycott.com
and sign our petition there today. Mike, sir, did you mean Canadian Punjabis or foreign ones?
Oh, everybody deserves a job.
Okay, yeah. Do you know that they're hiring like 90 positions? Talk? Do you think your kids are going to find jobs very good? Right, but the taxpayers are paying for a foreign program that incentivizes that. And what was going through your head when you read some of it and you're like, oh my gosh, they're saying Rebel News isn't allowed here?
Yeah, and then I researched Rebel News and I saw your YouTube channel and I was like, that doesn't make sense why you would ban a news channel, you know? Made zero sense to me.
Well, all we're doing is going around and asking Canadians whether or not they think Tim Hortons should prioritize Canadians for jobs. What do you think of that?
I agree, 100%.
100%. In my opinion, they should be putting the Canadian citizens first. I get we do need to help the foreign people as well and giving them job opportunities, but don't make your whole business about the foreign workers. We're a Canadian business. Let's have the Canadians in the business, in my opinion, right?
And so I like to give to the Canadian companies first before I go elsewhere. So
did you know that Tim Hortons is no longer a Canadian company?
I didn't know that.
It's not anymore.
Okay.
And it's not hiring a lot of Canadians, it seems. And what about your friends? How's it going with them looking for jobs?
I heard from my friends as well. A lot of them, they have a hard time. Some of them even haven't been hired in about a year for a few of them. So I think a lot of us are having a hard time finding a job.
Tim Hortons is one of the biggest users of the foreign worker program. And we're asking people if they think that it's time to prioritize Canadians with jobs.
Definitely, 100%. Young people need the work.
Well, 1 in 5 of young people looking for jobs are not finding them in Canada, yet 90 jobs. Tim Hortons recently told the people that they were hiring local and then quietly offered 90 jobs across Canada to foreign workers. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm not in favor of that. I'd like to see Canadian people have the chance. Young ones especially, they need it.
Now, you went back in there today. I unfortunately can't. What did you see when you were in there? Are the signs still up?
They took it down right away.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
maybe they're getting some backlash.
Well, I think they heard that you guys were coming, maybe.
The people
Possibly.
have spoken. That's all we're doing is giving them a voice. Well, now you live in this area, I'm assuming, or yeah?
Yes.
And what's the word with people that you know? Are there any struggles happening with people trying to find work?
100%. Even my own stepson's having an issue trying to find work. My adopted son's been out of work for 3 months. He's been handing out resumes continuously, can't get work. Everywhere I go, it's somebody's looking for work, but nobody can get work. The homeless population's increasing, but you don't see any foreigners homeless.
There's not many.
No, so it all seems to be the Canadians are suffering from bringing in the foreign workers. But this is just my opinion. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it's how I feel.
Now, I don't know if you know this. I think you do, but Rebel News has just been asking that question I asked you earlier about whether or not Tim Hortons, that many believe is a Canadian company when it's not, should be prioritizing jobs for people like you versus foreign workers. What do you think about this restaurant? Instead of listening to the people and saying, you know what, maybe there's something here, we hear your voices saying, let's just call the police on these pesky journalists.
I think 100% yeah. I believe that it should be a priority for Canadian citizens because, like, you know, for me it's a hard struggle, like finding like a way to get into being an adult and not being able to find a job kind of makes it really difficult, especially with nowadays, like everything's hard to pay for. So I think it should really be prioritized for Canadian citizens.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck finding a job.
I appreciate it.
And why call the police on journalists? That's happened 3 times with Rebel News. Threaten us with lawsuits. I mean, this seems crazy to me. What does that seem like to you?
Like they're hiding something to me because there's nothing in there that they should be calling you cops on you for filming because Canada is a one-way consent place, right? So
That's a good point.
100% shouldn't be calling the cops on you unless they're hiding something.
Is he coming for us or... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is the cops coming for us or for donuts? You never know at a donut place. He drove pretty swiftly into the drive-thru, so I think we're good for now. Rebel News will not back down to fast food bullies. We will continue to tell the other side of the story and letting you know how you can take action today.
Go to timsboycott.com today and sign and share our petition.